Okay, it's time to talk about day 6 and day 7 of our unscripted week. Coming up. When we left off, I had dropped my load at Trenton. I dropped my load, I hit ready for dispatch, and at 8:09 I was informed that I was 11th on the list and there was no load available. That was 8:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I had to take a 10-hour break, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, it's what we expect when we get to Trenton, so we always try to arrive at Trenton at the end of the clock. At 5:01 a.m., I heard my Qualcomm go off, and I had a load. So less than 10 hours later, I got my load. Okay, the load was already a preload, and it was right over at Wayne Madison, which is just right up the street from our Trenton location. I actually bobtailed over to pick up the load. This particular load was a mixed load of different kinds of beer or other alcoholic beverages. When we pick up a load of beer at Miller, we have to strap these loads to make sure that the loads don't move in transport. It's a simple procedure. We've done this for a long time. It's the closest we come to actually handling cargo. So I spent all day Sunday driving the load from Trenton, Ohio to Rock Hill, South Carolina. I shut down about an hour from Rock Hill because the load couldn't deliver until 7 a.m. on Monday because the place was not open. If your load is strapped properly and you've driven as you're supposed to, when you arrive, it will look just like it did when you left. The receiver worked very quickly and I was unloaded in less than an hour. And then it was time to hit ready for dispatch and see what would come next. My next load picked up in Piedmont, South Carolina. It was an easy drop and hook. There's the trailer that I dropped, and I'm hooking to the new one to get rolling. Now, this load will actually deliver in the next pay week because I am out of hours. A lot of people believe that truck driving is just simply steering a truck and getting from point A to point B. The truth is, it's management. And one of the things we have to manage is our clocks. As you can see, I am done for the week, out of my 70 hours. Okay, it's time to wrap up the week. I came off home time carrying beer from Albany to Cincinnati. That was followed with the 2 loads involved in the trailer turn-in, Cincinnati to Indianapolis and Indianapolis to Lafayette. Then I hauled the Nestle water to the Target Distribution Center. Next came the 2-stop load that I picked up that went from Ridgefield Yard to Westminster, Maryland, and then Paradise, Pennsylvania. A load of cardboard packaging from Baltimore to Trenton, Ohio, where I dropped it on the yard. And finally, a load of beer product that went from Trenton, Ohio to Rock Hill, South Carolina. All of these loads totaled 3,229 miles for the week. During this week, I only had 1 live load, 2 live unloads, although one of them was a 2-stop live unload. 2 were either drops or pickups at one of our yards or terminals, which are my absolute favorite. The remainder were drop and hook. That has wrapped up our unscripted week. I hope everybody enjoyed following along on the unscripted week, and I'll try to come up with some other content. If you guys put some comments down below, it really helps me come up with content. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take my reset. I'm already on the reset now. I will not be able to drive on Tuesday. I will be able to drive Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, where I will go to home time at the end of Saturday. So I will have 4 good days of driving. The first load for that period is already in my trailer and gets delivered at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. So that'll be 742 miles already handled for next week. So it does work out, and there are carryovers week to week. This is definitely been just an average week. It's nothing fantastic. There are people who get 3,500 in some weeks, and there are some weeks when you're struggling to get 2,500. That's the way mileage works. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow to get